The New England Patriots are coming off a tough start to the season, and the mood in Foxborough is a mix of concern and anticipation. After a surprising defeat at the hands of the Las Vegas Raiders in Week 1, the team is scrambling to regroup and figure out exactly what went wrong. One of the first headlines coming out of this early week is the shock decision to release DJ James. It was unexpected, especially considering how much of the defensive backfield James had seen over the preseason and into that opening game. Many were expecting him to carve out a significant role, particularly with Christian Gonzalez sidelined due to injury. Instead, the Patriots opted to move in a slightly different direction, shifting focus towards strengthening the safety positions while also trying to stabilize special teams, an area that showed some vulnerabilities against the Raiders. In that season opener, James was on the field for only a handful of snaps on defense, and most of his time came on punt returns. The limited exposure, combined with some struggles on special teams, seems to have contributed to this unexpected roster move. Adding to the early shakeup, Jeremiah Farms, a defensive tackle who had signed a 2-year deal with the Patriots in the offseason, was also waived, although he reverted to the practice squad. This keeps him within reach of the active roster, but it highlights how the Patriots are actively reshaping their team, opening up roster spots, and looking for the right pieces to improve the squad before a critical matchup against the Miami Dolphins in Week 2. The timing of these moves, coming just days before Sunday game, means any new addition will face a steep challenge in making an immediate impact. Still, the Patriots front office is clearly focused on evaluating every option and making adjustments wherever possible, understanding that even minor tweaks can translate into tangible improvements on the field. On the offensive side of the ball, attention is squarely on Stefon Diggs and his progress coming back from a serious ACL injury. At over 30 years old, questions about his readiness were natural throughout the summer, even if physically he appeared clear to play. In the opening game, Diggs caught 6 passes on 7 targets for 57 yards, numbers that look solid at first glance but don't tell the full story. When breaking down his snap count, the picture shifts. Out of 71 offensive plays, Diggs was on the field for just 41%, meaning he participated in only 29 of the Patriots' offensive snaps. For a player earning a $30 million contract, that kind of limited involvement clearly signals that he is not yet fully integrated or ready for a full workload. In comparison, Kahan Booty, the team's leading wide receiver in terms of snaps, was on the field for 82% of the plays. That gap shows just how much room there is for Diggs to return to his usual all-pro level. And it also underscores the importance of having him fully available to help quarterback Drake may find rhythm and consistency in the passing game. The offensive line and May will need to continue improving, but having a top-tier receiver like Diggs consistently on the field can make a dramatic difference in timing, spacing, and overall efficiency. Other offensive positions also showed a range of snap distributions in Week 1. Hunter Henry was on the field for 93% of offensive plays, serving as a reliable security blanket for May. The running back rotation featured Rondre Stevenson in a larger share of snaps with 59%, while Trayvon Henderson played roughly 35%, reflecting a gradual integration for the rookie. The other receivers, Pop Douglas and Matt Collins, saw action in the low to mid-60% range, highlighting a spread approach that, while strategic, could benefit from more concentration of snaps on proven playmakers. There is also the potential for players like Efton Chisholm or Kyle Williams to see the field against Miami, which could further shift how the Patriots deploy their skill positions. Clearly, this is a team still figuring out how to maximize its offensive weapons, and with each week, those adjustments could be the difference between a win and a loss. Turning attention to the Patriots' home field situation, there is a striking statistic that cannot be ignored. Over the last 18 home games, New England has won just 3, producing a 3-15 record in Foxborough. That is a stark contrast to the dominance seen during the Tom Brady era, when the Patriots lost only 23 games at home across 158 appearances, including playoffs. This decline in home performance presents both a challenge and an opportunity. Moving games away from Gillette Stadium, while unconventional, might relieve some of the pressure that comes with home expectations and allow the team to reset mentally and strategically. The opening loss to the Raiders, coupled with so many new pieces in the roster, certainly compounds the sense that adjustments are necessary, but there is reason for cautious optimism. The Dolphins, for instance, come off a surprisingly lopsided defeat against the Indianapolis Colts, which opens the door for the Patriots to capitalize if they execute cleanly. The Dolphins remain a formidable opponent, though, with Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and Devante Hahn still posing significant threats. Even with recent struggles and off-field distractions for Hill, and a defense that has lost some of its previous strength, Miami is never a simple matchup in September. The Patriots will need every edge they can find, from maximizing dig snaps to finding the right combination of offensive and defensive personnel, as they aim to reclaim momentum early in the season. A careful evaluation of roster spots, skill player rotations, and strategic deployment will be essential in this high-stakes environment. Meanwhile, drama off the field continues with former head coach Bill Belichick. After decades of unparalleled success, the relationship between Belichick and the Patriots organization has grown complicated. Reports suggest that he has restricted Patriot scouts from visiting the University of North Carolina to observe his players, raising eyebrows about his current stance regarding Foxborough. Belichick has publicly indicated that he does not feel entirely welcome at the Patriots facility, though the timing is peculiar given his recent attendance at Tom Brady's Hall of Fame induction. The comments hint at the tension that can emerge when long-term partnerships shift and when expectations are no longer met, whether in terms of personnel decisions, team performance, or organizational influence. While the remarkable legacy Belichick built with the Patriots remains undeniable, the current narrative is inevitably shaped by recent developments, showing how even legends must navigate evolving relationships and expectations in professional sports. As the Patriots turn their focus toward Week 2, the pressure mounts on every level of the organization, from the front office to the coaching staff, to the players on the field. One of the key storylines heading into the game in Miami revolves around the development of Drake, MAYE, and the chemistry he can establish with his receivers. MAYE showed flashes of potential in Week 1, but his success is heavily dependent on having reliable targets consistently on the field. Stephon Diggs, coming off a significant ACL injury, is central to that equation. While he made some impressive catches, the fact that he played less than half of the offensive snaps highlights that he is still being eased back into a full workload. For the Patriots to maximize their offensive efficiency, Diggs needs to see a much higher percentage of snaps, giving MAYE a consistent weapon who can create separation and make contested catches. This is particularly important considering the Dolphins' secondary, which, while not impenetrable, still possesses enough talent to make mistakes costly. The rest of the Patriots' offensive rotation also needs attention. The running back situation is still a work in progress, with Rondre Stevenson getting the bulk of the snaps in the opener, but still relying on rookie Trayvon Henderson to take a more significant role as the season progresses. Establishing a balanced ground game will not only take pressure off MAYE, but will also keep opposing defenses honest, preventing them from focusing entirely on the passing game. Additionally, the tight end Hunter Henry remains a critical piece, appearing on nearly every offensive snap and serving as a dependable outlet for the quarterback. Henry's ability to hold the pocket, make contested catches, and provide blocking support will be a major factor in whether the Patriots can sustain drives and finish in the red zone. Meanwhile, wide receivers like Pop Douglas, Matt Collins, and the emerging Efton Chisholm have opportunities to carve out their niche, but consistency and reliable hands will be essential if the Patriots hope to stretch the field and keep defenses off balance. Defensively, the Patriots are in a similar state of transition. The decision to move on from DJ James signals a recalibration of the secondary, where Alex Austin and other young players are now expected to step up. With injuries already impacting the depth chart, the coaching staff has to make calculated choices on personnel deployment, matching players' skills to situational needs, and ensuring that the team can respond to multiple offensive looks from Miami. The defensive line, which saw some turnover in the offseason, including the status of Jeremiah Farms, will also be under scrutiny. Farms' presence on the practice squad means there is still potential to reinforce the front seven, but the timing of any additions will determine whether they can make an immediate impact. Special teams, an often overlooked component of the game, will also play a crucial role. Week 1 exposed vulnerabilities, particularly in punt coverage, which contributed to field position struggles and provided the Raiders with momentum. Addressing these weaknesses will be essential in a game where a few key plays could decide the outcome. Coaching staff will likely emphasize discipline, assignment clarity, and situational awareness, understanding that special teams can swing momentum in games where offensive and defensive production is still stabilizing. The matchup in Miami carries additional layers of intrigue beyond the field. The Dolphins themselves are looking to recover from a shocking loss to the Colts, which means they enter the game motivated to prove themselves in front of their home crowd. Players like Tyreek Hill, despite recent struggles and off-field distractions, remain dynamic threats capable of changing the course of a game in a single play. Jalen Waddle and Devontae Hahn add further complexity, forcing the Patriots' defense to maintain sharp communication and discipline throughout every snap. While the Dolphins' defense may not be at its peak, their offense alone has the capability to put significant pressure on New England, requiring the Patriots to balance aggression with caution. Beyond individual matchups, the mental aspect of playing away from Gillette Stadium could work in the Patriots' favor. The team's poor home record over the past 18 games highlights the challenges of playing in Foxborough, where expectations and pressure often weigh heavily. By stepping onto the road, the Patriots might find a cleaner slate, a chance to reset, and the freedom to play without the burden of home disappointments. Early in the season, this shift could provide a psychological edge, allowing the team to focus on execution and situational football rather than stadium narratives or past failures. Off the field, the saga surrounding Bill Belichick continues to capture attention. His statements about feeling unwelcome at the Patriots facility and the decision to restrict scouts at North Carolina add an intriguing backdrop to the week. While some see these actions as sour grapes or lingering resentment, others interpret them as a reminder of the lasting impact of decades of success and the complexities of transitioning away from a legendary tenure. The Patriots organization, meanwhile, must balance acknowledging Belichick's legacy with charting a clear path forward, making strategic decisions for the team's current and future success without becoming entangled in historical controversies. As the week progresses, all eyes will remain on New England's ability to make necessary adjustments. From offensive coordination to defensive positioning, special teams execution, and player health management, the Patriots staff faces a high-stakes balancing act. The integration of Stephon Diggs, the emergence of rookie skill players, and the strategic use of roster depth will all influence whether the team can take advantage of a Dolphins squad looking to recover from a humbling defeat. Every play, every snap, and every decision carries weight in a league where small margins often determine outcomes. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The New England Patriots locker room is reportedly in turmoil, and whispers around Gillette Stadium are growing louder by the day. Sources close to the team claim that rookie quarterback Drake May is refusing to play alongside wide receiver KENDRICK, a revelation that has sent shockwaves through a franchise already under intense scrutiny. According to insiders, tensions between the two players have been simmering for weeks, with disagreements over practice reps and route calls reportedly escalating into open confrontations. While both May and Bourne have publicly downplayed the situation, anonymous sources suggest that team management is increasingly concerned about the potential impact on chemistry and performance on the field. The Patriots, known for their disciplined culture under head coach Bill Belichick, are facing an unusual challenge. Traditionally, any internal conflicts are handled behind closed doors, but the alleged rift between May and Bourne has leaked out, fueling speculation about locker room division. Some analysts believe that the clash could affect offensive cohesion, particularly with the Patriots' playoff aspirations on the line. Others suggest that the feud may be exaggerated, pointing to the intense pressure on young players like May, who is trying to establish himself in a veteran-heavy roster. Still, the rumor mill continues to churn, with fans and pundits debating whether this is a short-lived spat or the beginning of a deeper crisis. Adding fuel to the fire, reports indicate that team meetings have become increasingly tense, with coaching staff allegedly struggling to mediate between the two. Patriots insiders warn that if the situation persists, it could lead to tough decisions regarding playing time or even a potential trade scenario for Bourne. Meanwhile, social media has exploded with reactions, ranging from disbelief to outright concern for the team's unity. Whether this drama will translate into on-field issues remains to be seen, but one thing is clear. The Patriots locker room is anything but quiet, and all eyes are on Drake, MAYE, and KENDRICK BOURNE as the season unfolds. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.